Hello, Namaste. Welcome to this channel Chemistry Made Easy by Dr. Ashok Maik. Today we will see the next part of the theories of bonding. So here we have seen last time up to the octets and duplets of the atoms or various elements. Now we have seen that the completion of octet and duplet gives stability to the atom or element. But this is not always the case everywhere. Sometimes there is extension or expansion of the octet. So we will see this here today. So that is expanded octet. What is meant by expanded octet? The octet is expanded means the number of electrons present around a certain atom is in the valency is extended. It becomes more than 8. That is called expansion of octet. We will see here some examples. This ClF3, see the example ClF3. So this ClF3 has two lone pairs and 3 bond pairs. So these 3 bond pairs means 3 into 2, that is 6, and the 4 electrons makes the 10 electrons. So that is the expansion, means it becomes greater than the octet, that is 8 electrons. Now if we see the example of SF6, there are 6 SF bonds. So 6 into 2 means 12 electrons. So 12 electrons are there around the sulfur atom. Similarly, in IF7, there are 7 IF bonds. So 7 into 2 gives 14. So 14, that is expanded octet. Now in case of TAF3 minus, there are 8 TAF bonds. So 8 into 2 gives 16. So these are some examples where octet is found to be expanded. Then next point is formal charge. So this is formal charge. What is meant by formal charge? When the molecule or the ion is formed, the elements, that is atoms present in the molecule, has some charge, either positive charge, zero charge or negative charge on every atom or ion. So this gives the formal charge. How it is calculated? This is calculated by this formula. Formal charge is equal to number of valence electrons in the atom minus number of unshared electrons in the atom, then number of bonds to the atom. So this is the formula for calculating the formal charge. Now we will see some examples. So we have made this table, that is molecule, atom, valence electrons, number of unshared electrons, number of bonds to the atom and final charge. So if we see this example of CH4, we have to calculate the formal charge for every type of atom. It may be the atom of same element, but the atoms when have different environment of electrons or bonds, then we have to calculate separately formal charge for these atoms. So we will see here carbon. Carbon is at the center. So carbon has valence electrons 4. Carbon has no unshared electrons, that is 0. Number of bonds to the carbon atom are 4. So here using this formula, 4 minus 0 minus 4 gives 0. Okay. Now we will see the another atom, hydrogen. So hydrogen atom has 1 electron in the valence shell. Hydrogen has no unshared electrons and the number of bonds to hydrogen are 1. So there are 4 bonds, but to the hydrogen there is only one bond with carbon. So 1. So 1 minus 0 minus 1 is equal to 0. Now this second example, NH3. Here you will find that nitrogen is there at the center. It has 5 electrons in the valence shell. 2 electrons are unshared. Then 3 bonds with 3 hydrogens. So 5 minus 2 minus 3 gives 0. Okay. Now there are hydrogen atoms. So hydrogen has 1 valence electron, 0 unpaired electrons or unshared electrons, and the number of bonds, each hydrogen is bonded to nitrogen. So the number of bonds to hydrogen is 1. So 1 minus 0 minus 1 gives 0. In this way, in water, you can calculate in this way. Oxygen atom is taken. Oxygen has 6 electrons in the valence shell. The electrons which are unused or unshared are 4, 2 lone pair electrons, and these 2 lone pair electrons are 4. Minus this oxygen is bonded to 2 hydrogens, that is 2. So 6 minus 4 minus 2 gives 0. Now the hydrogens, each hydrogen is bonded to oxygen. So now we will consider all the hydrogens are of same type. So we can consider any of the hydrogens. So hydrogen has valence electron 1. The unshared electrons on hydrogen are 0. Then number of bonds to hydrogen is 1. That is with only oxygen. So 1 minus 0 minus 1 is 0. Now if we take the example of SO3, then there is sulfur atom at the center. Sulfur has 6 valence electrons. The sulfur has, see the structure, sulfur has no unshared electrons, so 0. Then sulfur has number of bonds to that other atoms, these 4 and these 2. Yeah, these 2 bonds and these 2 bonds. So total 4 bonds are there of oxygen, sulfur to other atoms, that is oxygen. So if we count the formal charge, 6 minus 0 minus 4 is plus 2. Okay. Now there are 2 types of oxygens. One oxygen is with single bond, and so there are such 2 oxygens, and one oxygen with double bond. So this dash O indicates oxygen with single bond. So we can take either this or this bond or oxygen. So this oxygen has 6 valence electrons. The unshared electrons to this atom, how many electrons are there? These 2, 2, 2. Means 6 electrons are unshared. Then how many bonds are to this oxygen? Only 1 bond. So 6 minus 6, 0, and minus 1 is minus 1. Okay. Now we will see the another type of oxygen, that is with a double bond. So the valence electrons are 6. The unused or unshared electrons are 4. These 2 pairs means 4 electrons. Now the bond 2, number of bonds to the oxygen is 2. Atom is same, but the number of bonds are 2. That is 2. So 6 minus 4 minus 2 is 0. So in this way we can see some we have seen some examples. So in addition to this, we will see one more example. That is SO2. What is SO2? This is like this. This is SO2. Now we can calculate the formal charge on sulfur. So this sulfur has 6 valence electrons. The number of unshared electrons are 2. The number of bonds are 3. So you can see that the 6 minus 2 means 4, minus 3 means 1. So that is plus 1. So this has plus 1 charge. Okay. Now you will see another oxygens. So this oxygen we will consider with single bond. So oxygen has 6 valence electrons. Unshared electrons on this oxygen are 6. Then number of bond is 1 with sulfur. So 6 minus 6 is 0, minus 1 means minus 1. Okay. Then there is another type of oxygen, that is this with double bond. So it has also 6 valence electrons. The number of unshared electrons are these 2 plus 2, 4. The number of bonds are 2. So 6 minus 4 is 2, minus 2 is 0. So if we show this charge, how we can show that sulfur has plus 1 charge, this oxygen has minus 1 charge, this oxygen has 0 charge. So in this way we can show the charge on the atoms which are present in the molecule. So in this way we can find the structures. It may be molecular structures which are neutral or ions, and using this formula we can calculate the formal charge on each atom. So when the molecule has 1 or 2 or more resonating structures, then we have to calculate the formal charge on each atom present in the each resonating structure. So after that we have to take average of the charges. Means, for example, say we can show this double bond here also and single bond here also. So this will have 2 resonating structures. Okay. So in that case we can have the sulfur. Sulfur is having same environment when the resonating structures are 2. So only we are taken this double bond to this side, this single bond to this side. Structure is same. So the environment around the sulfur is same. So the positive plus 1 charge remains same. So this is called average charge on sulfur is plus 1. Now we will see the average charge on oxygen. So this oxygen has 0 charge, this oxygen has minus 1 charge. Now if we take the average of these two, we will get minus 1/2. So this is average charge present on oxygen. So in this way we can calculate average charge when there are resonating structures. So with the help of this we can say that the molecule or the species having lower charge, the species having lower formal charge are more stable, and as well as the negative charge is to be shown on more negative atom. More formal charge is stable on more negative, electronegative atom. So in this way the structure having large difference in the electronegative charges, or say one side atom has higher positive charge, other side atom has higher negative charge, then this type of structure is more stable. And the structure having the smaller or lower value of the formal charge is more stable. So in this way we can calculate the stability of resonating structures, and we will arrive at the suitable decision in determining structure of the specific molecule. So we will stop here, and thank you very much for watching, and we will see the remaining part in the next lecture. So till then, goodbye. Keep watching this video. Please keep the bell icon button and the like button. Subscribe if you have not yet subscribed to this channel for watching more interesting chemistry informations. So thank you very much.